Radio Grand Lac, votre radio. Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Your English Weekly. My name is Sinead Dupont and I'm hosting our 16th edition today. As for those who may not know, Your English Weekly promotes English speaking on various subjects with jobs, associations and people from the local community and of course our expression of the week. So I hope you all had a good week this week and Your English Workshop today is sponsoring Ambrosa. Hello, Jane.
Hi.
So thanks for coming today. And we're going to be having a box of chocolates for the next expression. But before I go on to that, I just want to thank and tell you who our winner was last week. So Tim Smith, who sponsored 2 fantastic curries. The winner was Ameto Delio from Geodis. I hope I said that correctly. Well done. Thank you. So now back to our expression this week. So Jane, before we start, do you know what this expression might mean? Actions speak louder than words.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, well, tell us, what is it?
It means what you do is more important.
Yeah, so we'll see if you're right
than
at
what
the
you
end.
say.
Yeah, so we'll see at the end if you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think you know the answer, don't hesitate to send me a message on www.yourenglishworkshop.com or via Instagram or Facebook. And of course, the website. So you may be the lucky winner this week for a wonderful box of chocolates from Jeff de Bruges. Okay, so dear listeners, if you wish to participate, don't hesitate. We're here every week. Send me a message. Now, back to my guest, Jane. So we've got Jane Masson, who was born and raised in Liverpool, who arrived in Savoy in 1986, even before me, Jane. That's incredible. I've been here so long, I thought nobody had been here as long as me. Jane, could you introduce yourself to our listeners today?
Yep. I'm Jane, as Sinead said, and I work at Ambrosa in Vauglans. We have 2 schools. We have a nursery school and a primary school in Vauglans and a college in the Bourget du Lac. And I pop backwards and forwards between those 2 schools to run them.
Oh, it sounds great. So how did you end up, just before we talk about Ambrosa, how did you end up here in France? More precisely, here in Chambéry.
Because my French at school was not very good.
Oh.
So my mum and dad signed me up on an exchange programme.
Oh, gosh.
And the family, I had a very nice family. And they had a holiday home here in the area. And they used to bring me over.
Oh, God,
and I used to spend my summer holidays here. And I loved it.
Oh, so it wasn't love that brought you here first?
No.
Oh, not like myself. Okay, so do you miss England?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I like to go back from time to time.
Yeah.
See my family.
But you've made your home here. Savoy is your home now.
It is my home, yeah.
Okay. So here we're here to talk about Ambrosa. So what can you tell us? What can you say exactly the particularity is with Ambrosa that people will go to you, to your school to learn the English compared to, I don't know, the local schools or the national schools that do Euro or international?
The most important thing is the amount of time that we spend doing English. When the little ones arrive, they are working totally in English. And then afterwards, we share the time out, 50% in English and 50% in French.
Okay, so you share the time. How exactly do you share the time? Do you do like half the day in English, half the day in French, or...?
For some of the classes, for the smaller ones, the Grande Section and CP, we do half a day in English and half a day in French. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, from C1 to CM2, we do 1 week in English and 1 week in French.
Oh, that's amazing. It's so good.
It does. A whole week is important because then they start off and they just get better and better as the week goes along.
Yeah, I see. And does it work the same way for the college?
No, the college is on a more classic structure, except that we keep doing history and French in English in 6e and 5e. Mm-hmm. So the same program as everybody else, but the lessons are done in English.
Okay. And it does make a difference. I know personally because that's how we know each other because of Ambrosa. That's where we had met. So today, tell us, when was Ambrosa set up?
Ambrosa in Vauclin is a sister school to Ambrosa Lyon. Ambrosa Lyon was opened in 1971, and in Savoie in 1993.
Okay, so it has been around now for a long time.
Well, yeah.
So you have
nearly 30 years.
You have proved what you do works.
It does work, yes, definitely.
And Jane, tell us, what's your role then in Ambrosa? What's the organisation? We know you're the directrice, of course, but you do run up and down between the two schools and etc. So tell us a little bit about your role.
Well, basically, I coach the teachers. I have the team. I'm responsible for the team, and I also teach. I still teach the 4e, 3e.
Okay.
Their English, and we prepare them for the Cambridge exams. The 4e, 3e precisely, we try and get them up to do the first certificate in English.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's my job.
And just a quick question on that first certificate. Is it possible for people from outside of Ambrosa to pass that first certificate with you in Ambrosa? If there were people who are interested in just their children passing the exam, is it possible?
Yes, because for the last couple of years we have a partnership with a school in Albertville, and they have made us a centre of exam.
Okay,
if you like. So people from outside,
young diplomats, I think, is it?
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So we can all team up together then and pass the exams together. Yeah. And what about the Yales? Do you pass the Yales here in Savoy? No, we don't. Have to go to Lyon for that. Okay. And so, how did you end up becoming a teacher? And then becoming a directrice. How did this all happen?
Because ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a teacher, bossing everybody around. So I did my teaching qualifications in England, and because I knew I wanted to come and live in France, then I came over and found a job teaching adults first, and then back to children, because that's what I really like doing.
And that's what and you still. How long now have you been doing that?
Since
nearly 20 years now.
I've been in Ambrosa for more than 20 years. I arrived in Ambrosa in 1998.
Okay, so that is a long time. Okay, so I know there's a college, and I know it's an excellent college because my Emma went there, and we have great souvenirs. But what is particular about this college? Tell us a little bit what's particular about this college.
The thing, I think the most important thing is that the classes are small. We have groups of about 10, 15 children. So there's a lot of individual attention. Can be given to the children in English and in the other subjects as well, maths and French and science. And also we do besides English, we do German and Spanish as well. So the children can learn 3 foreign languages while they're up there.
Yeah, I know that my Emma did very well in her back with these foreign languages, and it is amazing. And it's true that it's like a family.
Yes,
it really is like a family. When you go out and do outings, you do all outings together. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And there's a very good atmosphere.
There is a good atmosphere. Yeah.
So that's great. So when do you think is the best age to start learning a language?
As soon as possible.
Yeah, that's what I say as well.
as soon as possible.
Yeah. And in Ambrosa, do you still try to encourage the children to go abroad during the year?
Yes, well, it's been a little difficult with COVID and everything, but it's our school in Lyon who organise trips for our children, and they found a few things that are available in France, where you have one was where you have English families who take in a student for 10 days or 10, 12 days. And then there are other structures as well that can take them in. But obviously we need and we want to send them to England.
Of course.
Well, this year we're sending them to Ireland for the first time.
That's nice. I'll have to hear about that.
Just outside Dublin.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm going to have to hear more about that. That'll be after. So when do they pass their exams, the international exams with Cambridge? So when is the period that they usually do that? In June?
Yes, it's usually June. Usually we try and fit it in around the school trips so that everybody can take the exams if they want to.
Okay, so just before they pass their exams, they go on their school trip, and it's all sort of interlinked together. So if our auditors want to know more about Ambrosa, how can they contact you, Jane?
Well, I've got an email address, which is jmasson@ambrosa.fr.
Okay, and is there a website?
Yes, you can go onto the Ambrosa website and you'll be able to find a link to our school in Savoie.
In Savoie. And then also, do you have a Facebook, Instagram page?
No, we don't.
Jane, we'll have to move on with this communication. We'll have to get someone helping you with that.
Give me the time.
Of course. It's always the same story. But do you have any tips, Jane, just before we finish now, do you have any tips for parents listening to us on how their children should start to learn English? Is there anything that we can suggest to them for those that are listening today?
I think, not everybody's got the opportunity to come to our schools, your workshop or my Ambrosa. But the most important thing is to expose them as much as possible to English. That can be through trips abroad. It can be through exchange programs. Sometimes, even watching television in English, listening to music in English. There are a lot of support on the internet as well. There are websites on the internet that help.
Of course.
Vocabulary is the key word.
Yeah, that's what I say too. Vocabulary is the key word. With vocabulary, you can go very far.
Yes.
So that's great. So thanks for coming and sharing all this experience with us today, huh? And I know that you're going to be having an open house soon. So when would that open house be?
It'll be just before the holidays, but the dates will be on our website. We were supposed to do it before the February holidays, but with the situation as it is, it's not very wise.
No, not really. No. Although during the February holidays, for those who are listening, from the 15th to the 19th of February, we have stages in English for college and for primary school. So the primary is in the morning from 9:30 to 12:30. College from 1:30 to 4:30. And of course, as always in your English workshop, small groups. And mostly axed on speaking. So keep that in mind if you don't know what to do with your children for the holidays. First week of the holidays. And then the second thing we'll be having soon on the 5th of December. No, what am I saying? On the 5th of February is we've got Tim O'Connor coming to do Sing in English with us, with composing and creating a song in Savoy. So that's a good challenge as well. So remember that if you are looking for activities to do soon. Okay, so let's go back to our explanation of the expression. Actions speak louder than words, Jane. And you are right. Of course, it's more important what you say, and the words must be trustworthy. So, for example, listeners, so John keeps saying he wants to take me out for dinner, but then he never does. Actions speak louder than words. So anyway, thank you all very much for listening to this chronicle today. And of course, you're welcome to this chronicle. You can send me a message. And to re-listen to this program, you can connect or learn more about us from www.yourenglishworkshop.com or, of course, through Radio Grand Lac 92.1. And thank you again, Radio Grand Lac 92.1. So don't forget, listeners, now to stay tuned today. You will have Jessica at 1 o'clock. Yeah, Jessica will be here at 1 o'clock with lots of new tips for improving your house. So please stay tuned to that. And I'll be back here next week with Beckham, who will be coming to talk to us about America. Thank you all, and thank you to all our listeners. Have a good week and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Your English Weekly. Your English Weekly. La chronique 100% en anglais de Radio Grand Lac avec Sinead.
Radio Grand Lac.
Votre radio.